Sup shitters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act that I have reviewed before, Winchester Ghosts, and this is titled Sickophantasy. If we switch over to here for Sickophantasy, I've previously listened through Deadhead, which was interesting listening, and we're gonna try this track out as well. We're gonna listen through it from start till finish and hear what we think. Let's go. Oh, a nice little slide on the bass there to come into it. Cool. I'm liking what we've got so far. That's great. We'll get the little shuffle on the hi-hat going. I dig it. Nice and even in the headphones. Nice stereo mix.
Hey, where you going? Not so fast. I knew you said that it won't last. I need you now, I need you near to hold, to help me here.
I like the shimmer to the voice I'm hearing in there, and I'm actually using different headphones today, so I'm getting a nice little bit of high-end resonance as well, which is great. It's why when you review music, you want to use sort of semi-decent headphones, right? There's an interesting kind of low-key bluesish vibe to this, with a kind of a sort of a jazzy shuffle to it. I'm kind of digging at the moment.
It's you, it's me, it's you, it's me.
Oh, interesting stereo pan delay on those vocals.
It's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. It's you, it's me, it's you, it's me.
Is that a 5-string bass or something like that? It sounds like it's going down to those low B's and C's. Oh, I thought we were going to go up a little bit there, but no, we're keeping that similar intensity.
Too late to go back to the start, little long in the tooth, on bite, no bar.
Getting a little bit more sizzle to that guitar.
It's me.
He's got a really interesting voice as well. I like the texture to it and the clarity within the vocal performance, despite the fact that we're going, it's you, it's me. We're deliberately having a more legato-ish kind of feel to the vocal flow at the moment.
It's you, it's me, it's you, it's me.
We've got a whispered double take track as well, an overdub on top, which is kind of dope as well.
It's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. Tragedy.
Very soulful. Interesting little lead line we got here. There's a interesting filter on it. There's a bar sound there to the kind of like sounds like a secondary snare or something like that, which is fascinating to me.
I never thought I could believe it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. I never thought I'd ever see it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. I never thought it'd ever be it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. I never thought I'd ever see a tragedy. I never thought
A little bit more vocal grit in there, vocal fry, nice. Coming up, increasing intensity with these crashes, sort of a crescendo or something like that. Open hi-hat as well. Repeating that you and me. We've got this A-B section with the vocals going on there with the lyrics. Wow, hear him go. I dig it. I love that. That dissonance, that harmony there, in combination with the that stellar vocal performance there. The sing was classy, man. That requires really solid vocal technique to get that coloration and texture to the vocals. That vocal fry was sensational there, and that increase in the energy and the intent there was really pleasing to listen to, you know, especially in a longer form. Oh, woo! That guitar, those low-tuned guitars, man. Kind of a sludgish, doomish kind of groove to it. Oh no, it's a bit faster than that, isn't it? It's filthy, man. The distortion. Well, going back to the sort of hook theme here, yeah, I'm not used to having open back headphones for these reviews, so it's a little bit weird hearing the high end when I speak.
It's you, it's me, it's you, it's me.
Oh, that double kick in there is welcome.
It's me. Oh, Sickophantasy. I never thought I'd see it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. I never thought I'd hear it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. I never thought it'd be it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again.
We're ascending there. Holy shit. What a phenomenal singer. Oh. Back to that riff there with that chromatic. Do 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 bow bow. That triplet groove is sensational. I dig it. It's heavy as hell, man. There's a bit of swagger to it. I see. And that is, that's Sickophantasy by Winchester Ghosts. Yeah, really, really stunning track there. I think there's a lot of promise with this act. They clearly know what they're doing in this genre of music, and they know how to not only sort of sing well and perform their instruments correctly and stage their tracks well and compose music in a way that is meaningful and also really engaging. And the tone of the instruments is savage, but there's such a tonal range to this track. You know, you've basically got a tale of two halves here. You got a sort of bluesy, jazzy kind of intro where it's sort of more of a calmer rendition of the You It's Me and expanding on that, and we're kind of building up that intensity at the end. There's no guitar solos or anything like that. This is definitely no sort of ego project here where you feel like you've got to have one person sticking their neck out to try and make it a certain way. It's a very collaborative project in the sense that everyone's kind of trying to make this the best project it can be. And I dig that. I think it's great. There's sort of a twisted, almost demented feel to it. It's you, it's me. We kind of repeat that line over and over, like the person's kind of trying to convince themselves of a situation or walk themselves through it. It's kind of unsettling. I'm just gonna be a moment. Yeah, so we talk about like the Sickophantasy, like wanting this person, needing this person in their life. It's you, it's me, and the sort of, I suppose, the complexities of that relationship. I don't know whether it's a mutually beneficial relationship. It could be codependence. It could be sort of like a symbiotic relationship. I don't know, but it doesn't sound particularly healthy. And it starts to become more frustrated near the end with the guitars becoming sort of more raucous and the bass coming in and the drums and the double kick coming as well to kind of add a little bit of extra strength and power and punch behind it. I mean, all in all, I've got no real complaints to it. I haven't really used this headphones before for like critical listening and stuff like that, so it's a new thing for me. I'm not used to how it should sound. If that makes any sense at all. But from what I can tell, this definitely sounded pretty dope. I'm enjoying the overall mix there. The recording, the production quality, the guitars and instruments were recorded fairly well. I'm liking the fact that there was acoustic kits used and we're not using sort of the generic samples that we do sometimes come across in rock and metal nowadays. And again, the singer star of the show for me, despite what I said about it not being like, I think that just the track was already pretty sick as an instrumental performance, but that story there are not only the way that we told the story, you know, despite how like the how do I describe this? We've got a kind of beatnik vibe to the verses, and I kind of adore that. It's different to what I'm used to, and I think it's just fantastic to hear that contrast with the down-tuned 7-string guitars and everything like that, and low-tuned, 7-string guitars and the heavy sort of riff roaring bass and all these fun little bits that are going on there. It's a nice sort of combination of elements that keep the song interesting throughout its 5.5 minutes. And I just think this listening back to that second verse, the song about like maybe it's too late to go back to the start and kind of repair the relationship or whatever it was. It's too late to fix things, and it's just it's you, it's me, it's you, it's me. Just kind of thinking this around in your own head. It's again, it's not a completely comfortable performance in the sense that the stuff that's sung in the way that it's also again like the delivery of the vocals done in a way where someone's kind of you know, like not entirely happy with the situation or losing patience with whoever they're sort of speaking to, breaking the fourth wall or whatever. I mean, with Deadhead and Sickophantasy, these are two very strong tracks, and it gives me the indication now that these guys are headed in the right direction. You know, they released a couple of tracks in 2019. I've just realized as well I could have been doing the conclusion in this window. But yeah, they released 2 tracks in 2019 here, and Sickophantasy and Deadhead this year. And I think these guys are a strong enough act to be able to requisite writing an EP or an album or something like that. Definitely an EP. I mean, albums are a bit of a reach nowadays. Just if you got an extended sort of concept you think that you can, and if you're passionate about writing an album, then go for it. But an EP is like a fairly strong choice if you want to sort of put a few tracks together for an individual concept. It'll be interesting to see how tracks like Deadhead and Sickophantasy come together as a theme. I'm wanting to know more about how they connect with each other. And I think that's just something we'll have to sort of hear more of in time with Winchester Ghosts. But I'm very happy again with what I've listened to today. I think it's clearly an act that know what they're doing, and I couldn't really fault this track. Again, I'll be able to sort of talk more on the EQing and mastering post-production side of things once I get more used to these headphones. But for now, fantastic work. So this is just something I'm recording after this review. So sorry if this kind of seems a bit disjointed, but I wanted to get this in before the conclusion for this review. I also was listening through the third verse of this again while I was sort of packing up, and I realized that we had talked about like abuse and how like the singer was an addict for it. So I assumed that things got pretty messed up in the relationship, and that's kind of why we couldn't go back. I just wanted to add that for clarity because that's actually kind of an important part of the song that I missed when I was going through all the different other elements in it. But yeah, just I noticed it, just letting you know. Anyways, back to the review. And that's effectively my review of Winchester Ghosts and their track Sickophantasy. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show Winchester Ghosts some love via their various social medias and their Spotify page. And stay cool and stay safe. And please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands up.